So everyone, welcome to a kernel called Shira in partnership with Breslov.org and Yeshiva Terumah. This is Parshat Emor, Baruch Hashem, and we'll learn the beautiful things in the Parsha. There's many things to learn, many things to learn. And Baruch Hashem, we had here in Eretz Yisrael, we had an action-packed week. We started out with Yom HaZikaron, and then we went into Yom HaTzmaut. So it was really wonderful to be here and to feel part of the Amcha Beis Yisrael. It's an amazing thing. It's really an amazing thing. Yom HaZikaron was supposed to be on Sunday, right? And Yom HaTzmaut was supposed to be on Monday. But they pushed off Yom HaZikaron to Monday and Yom HaTzmaut to Tuesday. And the reason they did that was because they didn't want people to make the preparations for the different events that would be on Matzah Shabbos, let's say at Har Herzl and all over the country, and they didn't want the people to be doing that on Shabbos. So the Rabbanut said that whenever Yom HaZikaron comes out on Sunday, they always push it off to Monday. So this way, we avoid any problems with Shabbos. We have Shabbos in the Parsha also, of course. We'll learn about Shabbos too today, Mitzvah Hashem. So it was an amazing thing, and then we did a lot of things yesterday to help our Chayalim, and we always learn for the well-being of our Chayalim, the soldiers, and the Chatufim, our captives, and Baruch Hashem, we try to do what we can do. So in the Parsha, we have many different things, and I found a few different things that were nice, and we'll learn. I found a piece in Likutei Halachos, and there's a pasuk that says, Uva Hashemesh v'toher, v'achar yoichel min hakochim ki lachmai hu. Okay, it means Uva Shemesh. Here we're talking about a Kohen that became tameh, right? He may become tameh for many different things, and it came the day he had to go to the mikveh, right? He went to Toivel in the mikveh, but he cannot eat the kachim until this here of Shemesh. The night the sun has to set. Once the sun sets, his purification is complete, right? In other words, he's called a Tful Yom, right? Yeah, everyone know what that is, a Tful Yom, right? In other words, he was Tovel during the day, right? So he's a Tful Yom. He doesn't have his full status of purity until his Hir of Shemesh. So that's what the Torah is saying here. V'ah Shemesh v'toy. When the sun sets, then he becomes pure. V'achar, and afterwards, Yoichel min hakochim ki lachmahu. Then he eats from the kochim because that's his bread, that's his food. So Rashi says over there, va'achar yoichel min hakochim nidrosh b'Yavamis. The Gemara in Yavamis learns out that it's talking about Terumah, right? The Kohen, we give the portion of our tzedakah we give to the Kohen. That's called the Terumah. Right? So the Kohen cannot eat the Terumah if the Kohen is not pure. But when the Kohen finishes his purity, he went to the mikveh, the night set, then he can eat the Terumah. Shemut le'echol behir of Shemesh. You see what the Rashi says? When the sun sets, here of Shemesh. Min hakochim v'loi kol hakochim. That was actually, there's a dispute if this is actually in the Rashi. There's a lot of notes on this. Min hakochim v'loi kol hakochim. Because really, you can eat from the kochim. What does he mean, v'loi kol hakochim? Right? So some say that Rashi didn't put that in. But let's see what Rav Nosson has to say on this. Uva shemesh v'toher. So listen to this is a beautiful piece. This is in Hilchos Hashkamas HaBoker. We learned this in the Chabura a couple of weeks ago, but it's good to chazer it over, so we'll see it now inside. Uva shemesh v'toher. Das l'novoi nokel shezeh pasuk uva shemesh v'toher v'achar yoichem l'kochim meramiz al bia shimshoi b'yoyim ha'acharoin be'is b'tiroso. So this pasuk is really hinting to something deeper. It's really hinting to something way deeper than what the Torah is actually saying, the actual pshat. It's really meaning when the Uvah Shemesh means when it's on the person's final day, the final day in the world. Uvah Shemesh v'toyev acha yoichem lakotch merames al bia shimshay. That means his sun set, the person's sun set. Abia shimshay biyoymay ha'achroy beis petirasai, on the time that he had his petira, the time that the person passes on. Shu bias bechinas bias hashemesh shel kol yemei chayav sheyesh sheikar gemar tarasai yisker rak acher bias shimshay legamri. So we know that there are some sins people do, as we're going to see in a moment, that tshuva and Yom Kippur are not mechaper. It doesn't give a complete kapara for, but there are some sins that you actually, death is what completes the kapara. It gives the person the full exoneration. All right, so let's see what he says now inside. B'yashim shaligami ke'ein she'amar Rabbi Seinazal sheyesh kama v'kama she'afa pi she'asu tshuva. The Gemara, he's bringing the Gemara in Yuma. Okay, and that peivav, that there were many people that did tshuva. They said they apologized to Hashem for their mistakes. V'ayelahem yisurim, and they have pain and they have troubles. They have their troubles. They're dealing with troubles in the world. Hadayin tshuva v'yom kippur v'yisurim toilin ad yom hamisa shemechaper. So there are some sins that they hold on. It's waiting. It's ready there. It's ready there. It's there almost. But when the person passes away, that's what finishes. That's the makabeh patish. Okay? How do we understand that? The same way with the Kohen, we said. The Kohen went to the mikveh, so he did what he had to do. He did the tshuva, so to say, like when the person's life. But then he can't eat from the kachim until the sun sets. Right? No matter what he does. He can dip 100 times. He can dip 200 times. It's not going to help him. He can't do anything. He can't eat the kachim. He can have all the most delightful food to eat. But he can't eat it until the sun sets. The same way over here, we're saying that there are some things that people do, and they can't, they did their tshuva, and they passed the Yom Kippur, and they did everything they can do, but it doesn't finalize. It's not finalized until the day of their passing. Because the day of the passing itself, misa mechaper, the death itself brings the kapara, brings the forgiveness. Anyone that finds themselves in this situation, if someone thinks, should ever chas v'shalom think in their mind, what is this? I'm only going to accomplish something after I die? Look at this, watch this. So a person will say, if I can't get forgiveness anyway, why should I bother doing for tshuva? Why do I need to bother? Hey, wait a minute. If you don't do tshuva, the same way if the Kohen didn't go to the mikveh, right? If the Kohen was impure, and the Kohen didn't go to the mikveh, and the day sets, can he eat his truma? No. He can't eat his truma. So the same way us, if we did something wrong, and we'll say, hey, listen, I can't get, tshuva's not going to work for me anyway. It's not working because I'm going to have to wait till that final day. But if I don't do the tshuva, if I don't go to the mikveh, so to say, I don't do the tshuva, it's not going to help me. It's not going to help him that the sun set. She is yaga, kol yoma. But who? that toils all his days, b'chol masha over olav, no matter what happens, v'yischazik b'rotzon, he's always strengthening his will, his desire, v'tavel b'mikveh, and he goes to the mikveh, v'yihiskil b'chol yoim l'toyer atzmai, and every day he works on purifying himself more. We got up in the morning, maidani, we wash our hands, we make the birchas hashachar, we do everything we're doing. We're working every day to purify ourselves more. Okay, even though I can't get a complete tahara, a complete pureness, but still, leis reusa tava this avid. Isaiah says that if a person has a good thought, right? You have a good thought, leis reusa tava, you have a good thought, the good thought never goes to waste. Right? You have a thought you want to do tshuva. You have a thought you want to learn something. You want to do. It doesn't work out. It doesn't get wasted. It's never wasted. Excuse me. Mikol shekain diba toiv u'masa toiv. Certainly so. And that's what the Zohar says about a thought. So certainly so. If the person actually did something good, or the person said the good words, he said something nice to somebody, he did his both of this, he spoke to Hashem, he davened, he did something good, he said something. Ad sheyiske sheyushlam tarasei acha bia shimshei b'yoyim ha'achron b'bechinas uva shemesh v'toy v'acha yoycha min hakodshem shu chelko yatoiv loylam haba sheyiske elav takev acha bia shimshei. So this person, even though he didn't really see the benefits of his toiling all his life, but he should always know, we have to always know that everything we do, anything we do that's positive, anything that we do that we're doing to serve Hashem, never ever gets lost. And it's there for us for the day that we arrive in Shemayim. On that day when we arrive in heaven, all of those good things that we did will be waiting for us. Will be waiting for us. That's the person's lot. That's his good lot. That he has in the world to come. That he can merit. Takef. Right away. He doesn't have to wait. The same way when the sun sets, the Kohen right away can eat the kachim. Right? As soon as the sun sets, the Kohen can eat the kachim. So to any of us that work in our life and we're doing what we have to do, as soon as we check into the next world, right away you can enjoy Olam Haba. Right away. You don't have to wait. You don't have to come back in this world as a Gilgal. You don't have to come back as a reincarnation. You don't have to have all of the problems. Because again, you worked on fixing things during your life. So you don't have these problems. All the things that people that don't prepare themselves in this world. And they leave the world and they go to the next world. Bye. Those people have a big surprise. They have a big surprise waiting for them. And they'll be worried that they're going to wonder why they didn't do this. Who didn't work at all on doing anything. He was just enjoying life. Happy-go-lucky. He didn't do anything. He wasn't working on getting closer to Hashem. B'mei chayav in his life. Ki oz bayoyim ha'achron. Because then at that time, the last day, miskapsim kol ma shechotav toiv b'zeh olam. They collect everything. They collect all the goodness that you did in your life. All those good words, all those good actions, all those good thoughts. They're all collected. They're all joined together. Miskapsim kol ma shechotav toy b'ze'olam. B'chol yoim v'yoim. That you did every single day. B'chol ratzin v'ratzin. And every desire, good desire you had to serve Hashem. Hatay shoyalei b'chol yoim. That you had every day v'yoim. Kol yemei chayav all your life. V'rak zehu tikvosai. V'ashrosai. L'netzach. That's our hope. And that's what we have waiting for us for eternity. Baz yeda v'yoven. Kol echad ve'echad hachilek shebei mi sheishtadel v'rodav acha hatachlis b'ritzoynes chazokim. Then you'll see the difference. He who is running after his purpose in life with a strong desire. B'chol yoim. Afa b'shalai zacha ela b'shleimus. Even though he didn't do everything completely like he could have, he had some shortcomings. But you'll certainly see the difference between a person that was working, trying to get closer to the Rebbeinu Shalom every day, a little more, a little closer, then even though that person didn't achieve maybe perhaps all that he could have achieved, he maybe could have done a little bit better by you, but you'll certainly see the difference between anybody that was doing anything to come closer to Hashem than someone that did nothing. As the Navi Malachi says, when we come back, we'll see the difference between the tzaddik and the rasha. We'll see the difference between the tzaddik and the rasha. You'll see the difference between somebody that studied their gears, they studied their learning 100 times, to someone that studied 101 times. It's a whole different world. But you'll see everything will be known. Mikol shekain bein Hamishtadel le'ena mishtadel. Certainly, one that made it his ishtadlus. He put in his effort to someone that didn't put in their effort. And how do you do this? You come close to tzaddikim, the teachings of the tzaddikim. Because if we didn't come close to the thing, we would never know this. How would we ever know this? Right? A person would never know this. They would read the pasuk. You can read the pasuk all you want. And you think it's talking about the Kohen. Hey, well, no, now you see that it's talking about the Kohen, yes, but it's also talking about all of us. That are connected to the Zakenim, the Kedusha. We talked about a lot about what are the Ziknei, the Kedusha. The Zakenim of Kedusha are those people that every day add something closer to get closer to Hashem. They want to be closer to Hashem. They're adding something to be closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. These are the Ziknei de Kedusha. Okay, lahalois kol ha'noiflim v'arechaykim miyai. They try to lift up all of those that fell down, that spiritually stumbled, and those that are spiritually distant. Ma'od mimakoimam, from their places, sheim l'rotzein elyon, to take them up to the Rotzein Elyon. Ashrei she'oiches bahem, fortunate is he that grabs on to the teachings of the tzaddikim, grabs on to the ways of the tzaddikim. Because again, when you work on getting closer to the tzaddikim and you work on that way, how much greater that is. It's the next piece is unbelievable also, and it connects very much to this piece. Shenitma v'roitze l'tar tzarech tefillah b'mikveh. Someone that became impure, right? The person may have had relations with his wife, whatever it is, right? And the person became impure, so he goes to the mikveh. He goes to the mikveh. Because the mikveh down here is connected to the mikveh on high. Everything we have down in this world is the same thing in the upper world. So if you go to a mikveh in this world, you're connecting to the mikveh in the upper world. It's unbelievable. Shehu bechinas mikveh shel shvuas. This is the mikveh of shvuas. There's a special time to go to the mikveh Shavuos morning, early in the morning, before you hear Kabbalah HaTorah, you want to be pure when you accept the Torah anew on the Shavuos. You want to be pure, so there's a custom that people go to the mikveh. That's called the mikveh of Shavuos, and that's what's known as the Shar Chamishim. Right? We count 49 days in the Sefirah. Right? The Sefirah is 49 days. We count the 50th gate is the highest gate. How do you get to the 50th gate? You go to the mikveh on Shavuos morning. Going to the mikveh Shavuos morning brings a person to the 50th gate. Unbelievable idea. Bechinas mikveh shel Shavuos, shu bechinas shar hachamishim. It's the 50th gate. Shu shoyrish haTorah, bechinas ha'oros harotzon ha'elyon, shemeirin hatzadikei ha'emes, shebehem bechinas Moshe shebelev kol Yisrael. Moshe Rabbeinu, Rabban shel Yisrael. You want to know where Moshe is buried? The tzaddikim say Moshe is buried in every one of our hearts. He's in your heart, he's in my heart. He's in every Jew's heart. Moshe Rabbeinu is within us. Isn't that amazing and beautiful thought to think about? Do you have Moshe Rabbeinu with you? Isn't that amazing? You're with Moshe Rabbeinu? Sheheim bechinas Moshe belev kol Yisrael. Look what it says. Belev kol Yisrael. Every Jew has a part of Moshe. And Moshe, the chelik of Moshe in the Jew, can illuminate the person in whatever darkness the person's going through. He can lift up anyone. Anyone has to believe that they're connected with Hashem, and they have Moshe Rabbeinu in them. They can lift them up from anything. Bechina Shamar. Shmad, it can take a person from Shmad Chas V'Sholom L'Rotzai. Let me ask you something. See the word Shmad? What's the numerical value of Shmad? Let's take a look at it. Shin is 300. Mem is 40. Dalet is 4. So that's 344, right? Let's look at the word Ratzon. Ratzon is 200, right? Reish is 200. The Tzaddik is 90. Right, so that's 290. And you have a nun. A nun is 50. So 290 and 50 is what? 340, right? And 6 for the Vav. So 346. Let's do the word Moshe. Moshe is 345. Shmad is 344. Moshe is in the middle of Shmad L'Rotzon. Shmad is 344. Moshe is 345. Rotzon is 346. Oh, wow. That means if you have Moshe with you, and you connect to Moshe, even if the person fell to Shmad, and Shmad, there's many different levels of Shmad. Reb Nosson explains to us, anytime a Jew does something willingly against the will of Hashem, what the Ratzon Hashem is, so that's a level of Shmad. How do you get out of that? You connect to Moshe. Because Moshe can pull you away from the 344. He's the 345. He's right in the middle. And he can slap you over to 346, the Ratzon. You connect to have the real will to be with Hashem. Shemisham nimshach hatahara hatayvim b'mikveh litaher mitumasa. And you can connect to that by going to the mikveh to purify yourself from the impurity. Even though the tzaddikim are always there and they're always helping us, like we said, Moshe Rabbeinu is there helping us. The tzaddikim are always there helping us. They're always there helping us. They're always trying desperately to take us from the tumah to the tahara, from the impurity to purity. Bechira, free choice. We all have free choice. We all have free choice. We all have free choice, and we can do, and we can. What do you call it? We have the choice to do the right thing or not to do the right thing. That's upon us. We have the choice. Hashem gives us free choice. That's the whole point of our life. Hashem wants us to have free choice. If Hashem showed himself so clearly in the world, so then what would be the free, where would be the free choice? If you knew Hashem, if you knew about Hashem, and Hashem was so clear in the world, so then how would you ever, how can anyone ever do anything against Hashem, the Ratzon Hashem? It would be impossible. It would mamish be impossible. But Hashem hides himself. Why? So that way we can have Bechira, free choice to choose Hashem. The point is choosing Hashem. We have to choose Hashem. We have to connect to the Rotz and the Kedusha. I have to connect my whole machshava, my whole thought, and my heart to the Ratzon. I have to wait till the end of my salvation. Because Hashem does new things every day. Every day Hashem makes the world new. Every day there's newness in the world. Everything is new. Like we say, Machadesh B'tuvay B'chol Yoim Tamid Maaseh Bereshis. Every day is a Maaseh Bereshis. Yoitzer HaMa'oros. Hashem creates the luminaries every day anew. Everything is new. Everything is fresh in the world every day. See the word legamri completely. It's completely new. For us to be able to make a rectification for our souls. That's what it means, taharas hatameim. That's why it works that you have to wait till the night sets in, because that was the tumah of that day. When the night sets in, that's already the coming of the next day. So that's why the person can now eat from the kosher, because the new day, the last day, finished. Now the sun sets, it's the next day. Oh, it's the next day. That means it's it's connected to the freshness, the newness of the next day. And that's why you can eat from the Terumah at that time. The main thing is to be meschazik, to strengthen ourselves in all of the days, especially these days of Sfira that we're in now. These are such precious, precious days. Even if the person didn't come to a complete shleimus of his tahara, I have to pine and hope that Hashem will bring me my salvation. Like we say in the Hallelujahs, I'm always hoping for Hashem's hope, for His salvation. I'm hoping for Hashem. I believe, I trust in Hashem. I know Hashem, I trust in Hashem. I'm being mitzape liyeshua, v'yischazik b'chol pam b'ritzoynes chadzokim. And I have to constantly have new, fresh desire to serve Hashem, l'Hashem yisbarach, ad sheyizke liyoyim yeshuasai, until I come to that day of my day of salvation. And that day will come. You just have to you have to be steadfast and keep trying. You know, every day is a new day. I could try again today. Shehu bechinas kemar tarasa legamrei v'oz yoichel min hakotchem. Then the person can be zoche to eat from the kotchem. And that's what it means. So we learned two beautiful ideas over here. One idea is that we learned about the Kohen and how the Kohen was a tvul yom, even though he went to the mikveh. He's still his purity is still hanging. When does a purity set in? When the night sets. Why? Because that's the kedusha of the next day. So therefore, he was able to go. He's able to eat the kachim at the same thing. It's the same thing with any kind of tumah, right? When a lady has to go to the mikveh, right, for her monthly to the midwife. So the night comes in; it's the next day. So of course she has the tahara. But the main thing is to constantly work hard to come close to Hashem and to have the right ratzon. Via working hard, having the right ratzon, getting closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, is our true salvation. How do you do that? Through the teachings of the tzaddikim. If you have the tzaddikim, you believe in the tzaddikim. Look, it's such an important thing. We say in the Shemona Esrei 3 times a day. Allah tzaddikim al chasidim al ziknei sheretz al beisov al pleit the bezefreya. And we send at the end of bracha mishon miftach la tzaddikim. Right? We have to believe in the tzaddikim. We say every morning, vayaminu ba'Hashem uva Moshe avdai. Right? You have to believe in Hashem. You have to believe in Torah's Moshe. You have to believe in the Torah. We learned that Moshe Rabbeinu is his part and parcel of every single Jew. And Moshe Rabbeinu can take any single Jew that's involved in whatever he's involved in. And Moshe Rabbeinu, if you believe in the koyach of Moshe Rabbeinu that you have within you, Moshe Rabbeinu can take you to Ratzon. He can bring you back to the Ratzon, which is 346. Shmad's 344, Moshe is 345, Ratzon is 346. He takes you from 344 to 345, and he puts you over to 346, which is the Ratzon. You have the Ratzon Hashem, you have everything. All right? Does anyone have any questions on this? All right, so then we'll